estate planning, that's for like wealthy people, right? I feel like I don't know about estate planning.
That's a good question. So most people think that estate planning is just for wealthy people, but really it's not. Estate planning is for anybody that has assets. That could be a house, that could be a car, whatever a person owns, that can be a part of their estate. So let me break this down for you. Most people think that having a will is something that will prevent any type of the government getting involved and their assets being able to pass down from one generation to the other. But a will is just like wearing a rope on your pants and making it seem like it's a belt. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work. What a person actually needs, they need an estate plan, because an estate plan comes with the will, it comes with a trust, and it comes with a medical and financial power of attorney. Why is that important? I knew someone who had a really traumatic experience because they had a loved one pass away and that loved one didn't have any type of estate plan in place. What's crazy is when they went to the hospital and that loved one was really declared dead, brain dead, they didn't have anybody in their family that could vouch to keep them on life support. And the hospital had to make the decision to let the person go. With an estate plan, this puts you in a position where if you're mentally incapacitated, you can't do things for yourself, you're not able to think for yourself, or something happens that's really tragic to your family gets to make the decision about whether you live or die. Versus a hospital or doctors, people who don't even know you, that gets to go in the hands of your loved ones. So when you think about an estate plan, having something that keeps you from having to go through probate, which is one of the biggest reasons that people get an estate plan in place. So that way the government and the courts don't have to meddle in your family's business and the things that your spouse or loved one has been able to acquire. But you can go past that part and all of your assets can be divided up by the people that you love. Okay. So when things go into probate, basically before your family can receive any type of assets, first, any debts that were owed by the person who passed away, that has to be paid first. And then anything left over will go to the family, right? So if there was a house or if there was a car note that was owed or major credit cards, any assets would have to go through the court system first. And then after all that happens, the family would get the rest. The problem is you have people who are in a financial situation, their families, maybe a wife had a husband who passed away or a child lost their parent. They need those assets right now. But I've known people to be in probate over loved ones' assets for 2 and 3 years because there was no will in place. There was no trust in place. So an estate plan has the full capacity to be able to keep people and their families out of probate.
So it essentially bypasses the system.
Yeah, it bypasses the system completely. So it makes it's almost like security. It's almost like being bulletproof, right? You get to position yourself where your families ultimately get to make the decision versus having somebody else make it for you. So estate plans essentially allow you to transfer your wealth properly from one generation to the next generation without getting people or government or any type of court system involved. This allows your family to receive the things that you have worked so hard to leave behind for them. Who needs a third party to be involved in that anyway? That's what you did for your family. So this puts you in a position where you can avoid any type of anything that your family is not able to receive. The other thing about our estate plans is that they have things that most people don't even think about. A lot of people don't think about transferring non-tangible assets to their families. So one of the things that I absolutely love is that you can record videos and audios that you can pass down and leave behind for your families. You may have a person who to the outside world may leave behind a rock or it may leave behind a flag. And the rest of the world to them is meaningless. But if you can leave an audio telling your grandchildren or your children why this was so special to you, or you can leave a video that allows them to know more about why this personal thing that meant so much to you is able to transfer to the next generation, I think that's special. And it puts people in a position where, again, it's nobody else involved, but it's you loving on the people that truly mean the most to you.